Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm still kind of preparing for the stream, so be patient with me. I need to clean my glasses. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me or if you can't hear me. Usually I hold the mic up to my mouth, but let me know if the audio quality is sufficient. Let me know. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I'm trying my best to get through it. I had some good news today, and I've got some bad news today. Obviously, the bad news is regarding um, Charlie Kirk, and we'll get into that momentarily after we get all set up here. But I got some good news too. You know, take the good with the bad. So let's open up the channel. And we're going to talk about it, guys. We'll say some introductions. We'll say hello to a couple people. And then I'm going to get into my little monologue. And then we'll get into questions. I think that's going to be the new format going forward. I'm going to open up the live stream with a bit of a monologue about whatever topic is on my mind. So if you've been loving those monologues, those little rants, then definitely come to the live streams on time. Be sure to subscribe, put your post notifications on. Can you guys hear me? Let someone please tell me in the chat. Can you hear me? Make sure that my audio is good. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay. So like I said, moving forward, we're going to start off with the monologue, a little bit of a rant. And you guys know me. I tend to rant multiple times during the stream. So I'm not saying you're only going to get one rant per live stream, but you know, if you want to get to the main rant, come here early and on time, okay? B2 class on time. Okay? So let's talk, let's say hello. Hey MOP, what's going on? Hey DJ, thank you. Let me pin that. Yes, Discord channel is pinned as always, thanks to DJ. Hey Slicer, hey Evo Blue, hey Bob the Builder 101, hey Autist, what's going on? You love the shirt, thank you. Hey Angela. Okay, guys, let's just jump right into it. I'm not gonna stall. I'm not gonna stall. You guys are here early for a reason because you've heard the news. At a recent event, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Assassinated at a recent event. I'm not sure if this was a Turning Point USA event, but for those that do not know, Charlie Kirk is a political activist, commentator, father, husband, and he is most well known for starting an organization called Turning Point USA, which hinges upon and is based upon instilling conservatism into our youth here in America. And one of the premises or one of the biggest strategies of Turning Point USA is actually going onto campuses across the nation, you know, different college campuses to debate the youth, right? I find this to be quite literally a revolutionary way of approaching political conversations. I think that our youth are typically the most vociferous in how they approach politics. They're the most emotional and they're extremely outspoken. This is despite the fact that they don't tend to actually vote. But they tend to be really outspoken and they push trends on the internet. They definitely push trends and they actually have a lot of influence. And so Charlie Kirk's idea about meeting people where they are and meeting students where they live on college campuses, I think is a great thing. And so he was at the Utah campus recently doing what he does best, debating, you know, young people, debating college aged kids and challenging their ideas, right? And some people would say that,
oh my god, why are you debating young people that you're so much smarter than? Like, it's unfair.
it's like, you don't get it. The whole idea is to challenge preconceived notions and ideas and belief systems and paradigms that young people have unfortunately been brainwashed into believing, right? And so, how do you change it other than confronting them with debate and facts and actual dialogue and an exchange of ideas? This is the heart of what freedom of speech is. And this is why I have tried my hardest to curate a space here on YouTube for people to exchange ideas. I've never claimed to be an expert on anything, well, except for skincare and nutrition. Those are things I'm somewhat of an expert on. But in terms of this political shit, guys, I am no expert. I just want to be a conduit for conversations. And I believe that's what Charlie Kirk was. Now, we can get into and debate the specificities of his political positions, right? Some people say,
But he's a white supremacist and he's a white nationalist.
and all this craziness, right? They say all this stuff. And we can debate some of his more extreme positions. And yeah, he loves Israel and gluck, gluck, gluck. He's the dick sucker of Israel. Sure, he is. So there's not, I mean, I don't agree with him on everything, right? Not even close to agreeing with him on everything. But I think he is typically someone who has values, principles, and typically debates in good faith. You may not like his opinions, but I think he tends to debate in good faith and he's open to criticism, he's open to dialogue. And I always tell you guys during these streams, we need to have more conversations, not less. And Charlie Kirk personified that statement, that belief system that I hold dearly to myself. And so here he is again at this Utah event talking about black gangs and black crimes, typical, ad nauseum, the usual stuff, right? Low hanging fruit, basically. Talking about black gang violence and black crime. This is low hanging fruit. Everybody knows the statistics. Everyone knows, unless you live under a rock, unless you're fucking delusional, everyone knows that the black culture has an issue with crime and violence and killing one another, let alone other races, right? And so when he did that, he was shot dead, literally shot dead in front of a crowd of students. Do you know how disgusting this is, guys? Do you know how disgusting this is? And right when I heard the news that he died, my heart sank. Not because I like Charlie Kirk, not at all, right? Not because I like Charlie Kirk. My heart sank because this is yet another attack on freedom of speech. Yet another attack on freedom of speech, right? And I just knew that the demonic, debased, inhumane, far left people in America and all over the world were going to celebrate what should be a travesty, right? This is a travesty. And I just knew that the minute I got on Twitter, you fucking cunts were gonna be disgusting. I just knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And here I am discussing this issue with someone I call a friend, someone I call an acquaintance on Twitter. You know how that goes. I use the word loose, I guess. She since unfollowed me because how dare I? How dare I stick up for freedom of speech in America? I don't think you guys understand how unique freedom of speech is to America. This is a principle I hold very close to my chest, very dear to my heart, right? And I made a tweet, and maybe I'll look up the tweet. I don't know, it's been a long time now. I've tweeted a lot. But I made this tweet, a couple tweets, on Twitter. And you wanna know what this girl said to me? You wanna know what she said to me? She said, so I'm gonna tell you what I said. I said, very sad to hear about the latest attack on freedom of speech, this time in the form of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Now, I didn't say shit about his actual views, right? You know, I just said this is really sad because this is an attack on freedom of speech in America yet again, right? And it's in the form of this assassination because that's why he was attacked, for his speech that he's free to express. And you want to know what this friend of mine, who I adore, I like her. I'm still following her, by the way. So if you're watching this, I didn't unfollow you, unfollowed me, but I love your content, and I think you're a cool girl. I think that this episode you're going through tonight, maybe you've been possessed by demons. I don't know. You've been possessed by demons because only a demon will tweet the things you tweeted about this conversation. It's it's alarming. It's alarming. She says,
Not saying anyone deserves to die off what they say, but
I have to laugh. I have to laugh because this is how they always start. This is how liberals always start. Not to betray this principle that I claim to hold dear to me, but let me get ready to betray this principle for the next whole paragraph of this tweet. It's crazy. So right when I read that part, when I read the but, I knew she was about to say some fucking bullshit. I knew she was gonna say some bullshit, guys. This is bullshit, right? And how someone reacts when a motherfucker has died speaks volumes. That's what she said.
not saying anyone deserves to die off what they say, but a man who was openly racist, anti-black, and has gone on record to continuously deny black lives, ignore mass shootings for his right to bear arms, and has laughed at gun violence victims, didn't just die over speech.
Now I don't know what I mean, those five things I just listed are all forms of speech. So what I'm confused about is what did he die over then? Ma'am, what did he die over? Because all the things you listed was his speech. And let's go back to what I said. Very sad to hear about the latest attack on freedom of speech, this time in the form of Charlie Kirk's assassination. He died because of his speech. And now you have this girl in my motherfucking mentions talking about he didn't deserve to die for his speech. But let me give you five forms of his speech that does make him deserving of death. Listen, when people show you who they are, believe them. I'll say it again. When people show you who they are, believe them. Don't second guess yourself. Don't don't second guess yourself on how you've perceived that person. When they show you who they are, believe them. So she's not saying that anyone deserves to die based off of their speech, but then she lists off five forms of speech that she thinks has made Charlie Kirk deserving of death. All in one tweet. Let him just talk. Listen, I'm a great listener, and I love to yap. I love to yap, but I'm an even better listener. And I love to just watch people talk and dig a grave for themselves because that tweet alone, I think speaks enough volumes. It speaks enough volumes. It's enough. That's enough. I don't think I need to read you guys any more from this person because it's disgusting. But I will. But I will anyway. So she sends that bullshit message, basically saying, I don't think that Charlie Kirk should have died for his speech. However, he should have died for these 5 forms of speech that I'm going to list off for you. What a dumb cunt. I respond to her, so Charlie Kirk died because he's racist, anti-black, ignores mass shootings, and laughs at gun violence victims. Let's just say I give you all that. Let's just throw everything down, and let's just say, yes, Charlie Kirk is a racist. Yes, he laughs at gun violence victims. Yes, he's anti-black. Yes, he's all that stuff. I continue. I say, it sounds like you're saying he deserved to die off what he said, all of which is still contained under freedom of speech. Thankfully, freedom of speech includes speech that isn't always popular. Because of this uniquely American principle, we have so many rights today. Freedom of speech is worth defending vociferously, no matter how much you dislike the speech. Hate speech is freedom of speech. This is why I don't get up in arms when you guys come in here and call me a coon, you call me an N-word, you call me I almost said the F word, the F-A-G word. You guys call me a homo. You know, you guys, I don't get up in arms because I actually believe in freedom of speech. And you can't hurt my feelings, right? And I believe in your right to use language like that. And like I said in my latest short, this is why liberals, conservatives, MAGA, communists, this is why they all hate me, guys, because I actually have principles, and my principles do not change. I believe in freedom of speech when it makes me comfortable and when it makes me uncomfortable. I believe in freedom of speech in all instances. When someone that I like is being attacked with freedom of speech, I still support that freedom of speech, right? This is crazy. This is just crazy. And she says she says even crazier shit. She says even crazier shit. I have to find it. I have to find it for you. Because then, here we go. That's what she said. This is what she said. I'm going to read another tweet from her.
Freedom of speech is not freedom to spread racial hatred online, in person, on news platforms. That's inciting lawless action, threats, hate crimes, and harassment, all which is illegal, and your freedom of speech will not hold up there.
This is all from a lawyer, mind you. So a lawyer just said this bullshit on Twitter. So you are now claiming that all of Charlie Kirk's speech, his freedom of speech, is illegal? Girl, how did you pass the bar exam? Somebody needs to go check where she got her license from. Because it sounds like it needs to be revoked, making a fucking tweet like that. That is so preposterous to say. Why has he not been sued? Why has he not been put in jail for inciting riots? What the fuck? And see, this just fucking pisses me the fuck off. It's crazy. Because you are now proclaiming that someone else's speech is violent, right? This is what they're trying to say. That his speech is violent. And how do you respond in violence? Nazis deserve violence, right? Nazis deserve violence. White nationalists deserve violence. Your political enemies deserve violence. This is the end result. when you say and when you push the narrative that speech can be violent, that your opinions can be violent and cause violence against another person, this is the end result. But see, here's where it gets tricky. Because when you set these norms, when you set these precedents, the pendulum always swings back. It goes like this, and then it goes back. The pendulum swings. And when it swings back in your direction, you get clocked. And this is why I advocate for freedom of speech. Because when you are censored for calling me the N word with the hard R or calling me a homo, when you are censored for that, it then becomes easier for me to be censored for something else that I say. And I don't want to be censored. I don't want my speech to be censored by the government or by society, right? And so, how dare I attempt to censor someone else? It's disgusting. It's quite disgusting, actually. It's too much. So I'm disheartened today. Not because I'm shocked, but because I was right. I was right. You know, I see the writing on the wall. Of course, when you build a society that continues to be authoritarian, continues to be censoring freedom of speech, continues to treat their political enemies and normalize violence against them, this is the result, of course. Of course. So I'm disappointed. I'm disheartened. And I'm really just, I feel bad for his children and for his wife. You know, I was not the biggest fan of Charlie Kirk. I mean, I like what he stood for. I didn't really particularly care for most of his positions, but I like what he stood for. You know, a principled debater. You know, a principled person who wants to have conversations. And I think that that's something that we should value in society. That's something we should value. Duke, enough. So I don't know, guys. It looks like we've got 300 people in the chat. Listen, this is a special situation. I don't normally have this many viewers. If you want me to read your chat, then you need to give me a super chat. At this point, I'm never gonna get. I'm never gonna. I'm not. I'm never gonna catch up. It's never going to happen. Like, usually, I try to read every single comment in my live stream because I'm a lowly person, but it's just never going to happen. So if you want me to read any chats, then let me know. I'll try to read. I'll read some comments. I'll read some comments. I'll try. Subscribers, I can see your chats easier. So, yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Thank you for the respectful response and the moral character. Oh, no problem, Shane Hollis. I like to think I have moral. Freedom of speech doesn't equal violence. David Portillo de Villa, you're right. You're right, and it's obvious. Freedom of speech does not equal violence. But unfortunately, we live in a society where our politicians, our leaders, our elites are pushing this notion because they, you know, they win. They win when this happens, right? So thank you for the super chat, David Portillo de Villa. I appreciate it. I call on everyone to protect free speech. Join the Discord channel, by the way, guys. Discord channel is linked in the pinned comment below if you're on mobile, above if you are on PC. We're a fun group. I don't live on Long Island. I live in Ohio. Do you have diabetes? I don't. Freedom of speech doesn't equal freedom of consequences either, Cho. Do you think that people should die for their speech? Magic Johnson? Do you think people should die for their speech, Magic Johnson? And what types of speech should they die for? Shane Hollis, thank you for the super chat, for the $5. I appreciate you. Thank you for the tip. I really, really appreciate that. Also, guys, I'm just saying, if you also value freedom of speech, support the creators who indulge in that and defend it, right? I'm not asking you for money, but I am asking for your support. Like the stream, comment on the stream, share the stream with someone else. These are free ways that you can support me monetarily, but super chats help too. Magic Johnson says, absolutely not. So why would you even bring that up, Magic Johnson? Why are you bringing up moot points? What does freedom of speech doesn't equal freedom of consequences have to do with Charlie Kirk dying? I'm not understanding why you brought that up. Why did you bring that up, Magic Johnson? Hitler was a far-left Democrat, also known as a National Socialist, aka a Nazi. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Tibbles. Listen, Hitler should also have freedom of speech. I mean, it is. I mean, listen, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is something that will make you uncomfortable at times, and that's okay. It's okay. Listen, everyone wants to be soothed of all their discomforts. It's unfortunate. Cho, hey Izzy. Cho, we all know this is planned, but do we think all of this is happening more this week because tomorrow's 9/11? Listen, now y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist. Y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist. And you know that us conspiracy theorists, we're always right. Our batting average is very fucking high. It's very high. Our batting average is very high. When it came to COVID, we've got 10 out of 10. Perfect SAT score, right? So, Heathen Elf, do not spam. We believe in freedom of speech. You can call me all types of names, but listen. We got a lot of new folks here. We got a lot of new folks here. Okay. You can say whatever you want to say in this community, but what you cannot do is spam my chat. You can call me the N-word, hard R, all day long. You can call me every homophobic name in the book, but what you will not do is spam my channel and lessen the value of other people partaking in this conversation. So cut that shit out. Stop being so fucking immature. You stupid, ugly cunts. Stop. Grow up. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jay. You say violence should never be the answer to words or ideas. Rest in peace, Charlie. I agree. I agree. And I don't think that is controversial. How did that become a controversy? How is it, this is crazy, how is it that our side is now the controversial side for saying that violence is not the answer? How is that the weird thing? How is it controversial to say that we shouldn't answer words that make us uncomfortable with violence? That's wild. That's wild. That's so wild. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. But let's talk about the shooter. Listen, because this wasn't some deranged, trans, psychotic, blue-haired, want to cut my own dick off type of person, right? That wasn't this type of person, right? This was a trained shooter. This wasn't a mentally disturbed person. I mean, just other than being a psychopath, a hired killer, this was not your typical mentally disturbed, blue-haired freak, hates the world, total incel, can't get no pussy. It wasn't that type of person. Um, it was someone that took one shot, got in, got out, clean. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Um, yeah, this is a professional job. This is a professional job. Wouldn't surprise me if there are military connections. Wouldn't surprise me not one bit if there are military connections somehow. It's just really unfortunate. This was definitely giving Assassin's Creed, but America and America. This was definitely giving Assassin. This is a professional. This is no sloppy assassination attempt. Well, typically when you have people who are mentally disturbed and fucking crazy and unhinged. When you have people that are like super fucking unhinged, they usually get into a shootout with the police, or they get real sloppy. They kill other people. It's very sloppy because sociopaths are sloppy. One of the biggest difference between a sociopath, a mentally disturbed sociopath, and a psychopath is really in the demeanor, right? The psychopath is a businessman, does not have the emotional capacity for anything, right? It's all business. The sociopath is sloppy, emotional, makes mistakes, all that stuff. There are some traits that overlap, but this shooter was a trained killer. Trained killer. Um, Not unhinged at all. The shooter was not unhinged. Took a clean shot, knew where he was aiming, got in, got out, no hassle. We're going to see a lot of speculation about this killer. It's terrible. Again, Sleek. Again, Sleek Six. I think, again, if most hunters are not hunting people, so it's a little bit of a false comparison. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's that emotional element in it, right? You're in a crowd of people. You're not out in the field shooting at fucking deer. You're shooting in a crowd of people. So I think it's a bit different than just being a hunter. I'm not so sure if the average hunter could take that shot and get it clean. Because you're shooting at human fucking beings, right? I think it's a bit different, Sleek Six. It's a bit different. Tiny bit different. Oh, that's okay. You guys are okay disagreeing. It's all right. It's fine. I, it don't bother me none being disagreed with. Hey, Dreaming. Oh, hey. Hey, Dreaming. Good to see you. Welcome back. I'm glad to have you here. Um, we do not know who the perp is yet. In the forest, yes, deer are out in the wide open. I've seen them. I live in fucking Ohio. What do you? What? What? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Um. So it's gonna be interesting, guys. It's gonna be really interesting what happens, and also gonna be interesting how he got away. How did he get away? Where were the cameras? Where was the security? Where were people on the rooftops? What happened here? If you say whatever you want, you don't have my respect. Simple as that. Well, Magic Johnson, nobody gives a fuck about your respect. That's not what we're talking about. You said that freedom of speech is not without consequences. In the context of a man being shot dead for his freedom of speech, that is fucking sociopathic and anti-personality disorder adjacent, Magic Johnson. It is. That, sorry, it is. We've got a lot of comments. I cannot read every comment tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. If you want me to read your comment, then just give me a super chat. I think they start at like $1. So yeah. But I'm trying to pick out some comments from the chat when I can. Okay. That guy needs to drop his address. I doubt he would do that. Why would he do that? This was 100% a hit job. If you read some of his comments and posts from the last few months, you could tell even he knew he was walking a super thin line. Well, I'm not going to say what I really think right now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to wait on that one. Because y'all love to call me bad names. Y'all love to call me bad names for my conspiracy theories, but I'm always right, though. And I think it's a good time to lean in to freedom of speech. It's a really good time. It's a really good time. I think that we need to really take this moment and lean in to freedom of speech. This is really important, guys. This is really important, and I feel so bad for his children and for his wife. No one deserves this to happen. Someone says, to answer you people around, the shooter was up in a building above the people. Charlie was on a stage. So you hard shot doesn't hold water. I just think that, hey, sir, what's going on, sir? I just think that Charlie Kirk stood for a principle that I really hold dear. And I truly do believe that freedom of speech is a right that we have in America that is worth defending. Probably the biggest right that we should defend. And the death of this guy is, listen, he liked to slop on Israel's knob, and that was disgusting. And, I don't agree with a lot of things that he says and, whatnot. But again, he was someone who was a conduit for conversation and a conduit for debating and exchanging ideas. And like I've always said, we need more of that. So having one less person who is trying to engage people and get people together, disgusting. Can you read my Discord message, politics section? Sure, I'll go read it. Thank you for the super chat. Listen, I'm like Honey Boo Boo. $1 make me holla. Absolutely, I'll read it. I got so many messages right now. What is going on? Why are there so many messages? To everyone in the Discord channel, I'll get to your messages soon. What is going on? Why is there so much fighting in there? Can I just say this? Why are the girls fighting? Anyway, can I just say this? Freedom of speech doesn't equal violence. I believe that everyone has their own beliefs and what they want in life. Yes, we won't all agree on everything, and everyone but getting violent and harming and even killing people is a sign of trying to silence people for what they believe in and thinking differently. I work in the medical field and I'm exposed to so many different backgrounds and beliefs, but I still treat people equally and let them believe what they want. I'm frustrated angry and angry at why people are acting like this. I was never raised for thinking and acting this way. It's terrible. And you've got people. Why are the girls? Oh my God! Not people fighting. Um. Oh my God! There's always some shit. Listen, guys. There's always some shit going down in my Discord channel. So if you would, why are the girls fighting? The girls are the girls can't just not like just be okay. Like it's like like what? The girls are always fighting on Discord. If you want to join my Discord, it's linked in the pinned description below, the pinned comment below. If you're on mobile, if you're on PC, it's pinned above. Just copy that link into your web browser, and you'll join the Discord. Oh my God, why are people fighting on Discord? Anyway, let's focus on the live stream. Children. Oh, hey, Ben. So one thing that I saw that was interesting, I saw a tweet, and I haven't figured out if I'm going to expose the tweet or not because she deleted the tweet immediately. But a really popular influencer made a tweet basically saying that with Charlie Kirk's death, now the elite, the high impact influencers, the super duper elite rich are now feeling the violence that the lower classes have felt for so long now. And she makes an interesting point. She does make an interesting point when she says that. Not just in regards to the Charlie Kirk assassination, but when you think about the CEO that was also assassinated by that crazy good-looking hot boy or whatever, that hot young boy or something, I don't know. I forget his name. But you're seeing where even the rich and wealthy, even the influencers, even the political elites are in danger. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Discord on Discord, imagine. Listen, I don't know why I'm even fucking surprised. They were always in danger, but it seems like they're just now really facing some of the consequences of the chaos that they have brewed. And I'm not singling out anyone in particular. I'm just saying that there is a lot of chaos brewed and construed by the elite, by the deep state, by people that are in high places, in ivory towers. There's a lot. Um, I don't know. This is crazy though, guys. I'm really upset about the state. And for my so-called friend to unfollow me on Twitter because of my compassion and empathy, listen, one thing I don't want y'all to ever listen, liberals are crazy, yes. Some of them are demented, yes. Some of them are of the devil and dark-sided, yes. But one thing those motherfucking cunts are good at is marketing. Conservatives are fucking losers. They're losers. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You guys are losers. But liberals, they're good at marketing. They have somehow marketed themselves for decades now as the side of tolerance. I can't even say that with a straight face. The tolerant left. And it has stuck in popular culture and mainstream media and in American culture. They are known as the tolerant left. Yet somehow people keep ended up canceled, dead, murdered, all for their opinions and their views. It's wild. It's wild. As a reminder, Charlie himself said empathy was a bad word. Well, what he was getting at was that toxic empathy is what has taken over. Toxic empathy is why that Ukrainian girl was stabbed to death by a mental patient on a public train. Toxic empathy is why she was killed. Because there were 14 opportunities. There were 14 opportunities for her death to be prevented. But it was because of toxic empathy that allowed him yet another opportunity to unleash violence upon an innocent victim. So yes, some people might think that empathy is a bad thing, but they're what's the word? They're misconstruing it. They're simplifying things a bit too much. Empathy is what makes you human, right? But we have this overtuning of that emotion. But we overtune that in a bad way to become toxic. Too much of anything can be toxic, right? And this is a prime example. Bond reform,
Justice reform.
like this is something that is quite literally policy decisions being made due to toxic levels of empathy. When you are having more empathy for the violent criminal than the person that they have done harm to, we're cooked. Cooked, sauteed, sizzled, devoured. It's sad. It's really, really sad. So yeah, these people are insane. It won't stop with Charlie. Well, no, of course not. Hate speech is free speech. What's your point? Where have you seen people express more empathy for him than her? The 14 times that he was put in jail and was released. That's where. The 14 times that he was placed in jail and they said, he's a sweet baby angel. Huh? He probably
doesn't come from a home with a father. He probably grew up in the ghetto. There's just not enough resources for him.
That's where the empathy was shown towards him. 14 times to be exact. 14 times empathy was shown to him. That's where. Yes, Raphael. See, here's another thing. Here's another thing that's fucking bonkers to me. You fucking cunts. You don't believe in preventing violence. You want to wait until violence happens to do anything about it. There was 14 fucking times where this guy should have been locked up for a long fucking time. But again, because we care more about the feelings of repeat violent criminals, because we care about empathizing for them and infantilizing these violent criminals, it allows them to then commit more crimes. So what's fucking inevitable? Of course. What are you talking about? And then people want to bring up Daniel Penny. Hell or high water. You want to bring up Daniel Penny and say,
well, he shouldn't have killed the guy. He shouldn't have done anything.
Listen, when is it okay to defend yourself or defend somebody else? After they've been attacked? Stop. 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 It's crazy. There was 14 opportunities for her death to be prevented, is the fucking point I'm making. And each time there was some level of
empathy
that was given to him because of X, Y, and Z reasons. It's toxic empathy. And no one bats a fucking eye until it's their daughter, until it's their wife, until it's their niece. that is stabbed on a public fucking train. So don't. So don't go there. Um, what does cho mean? Okay, so good question. Cho, okay, this is kind of like really off topic, but I'm gonna go there. A little bit of cho lore. Little bit of cho lore. So cho means butterfly in Japanese, very loosely. I'm one of those homos who loves Japanese culture. A weeaboo, you could call me, right? And so I used to play a game called Guild Wars 2. I was a Twitch streamer many moons ago, and I was top 100 in a North America in a game called Guild Wars 2, very similar to World of Warcraft, where I played a character called Mesmer, and Mesmer used butterflies to use their attacks or whatever. And so I used that character. I got really famous in that game. Famous, bitch. It was like 5 people played the game, so I wasn't famous. But in that game, I was known for playing that game. It's not a MoMA player. I'm dreaming. I don't even know what a MoMA is. What's a MoMA? Is MoMA like Dota? It's not like Dota. You don't know what World of Warcraft is? It's not a MoMA player. Anyway, um, what are you talking about, Jimmy? It's not a MoMA. Dota 2 was a MoMA, right? Or what is it called? League of Legends? Is that a is that a MoMA? I don't play those types of games. It's a capture the point game. Oh, he means MMO? Oh my god, what a fucking idiot you are. Okay. So anyway, that was years ago. Um, anyway, now you got me all off track now. Blood clot Badimon. Oh my god, baddie means gay in like English or something in like the UK. That's so funny. I think baddie, a baddie boy. I'm a baddie boy. I'm a baddie boy. I think that is so funny. Um, I think that is so funny to me. I like to game too. Yeah, I'm a video game player. So the video games I play currently, I play Valorant, I play Apex Legends, I play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, I play some Super Smash Bros. Dead by Daylight when I'm trying to be casual. Right now, I'm obsessed with Elden Ring Night Reign. I'm like Elden Ring Night Reign, obsessed. I still have not beaten Everdark Libra because I'm just so bad. And the condemned spawning, like the ganks, are too much for me to handle. But yeah, Elden Ring, I'm obsessed with. That's probably my all-time favorite game right now. I love the lore. I'm definitely a Mikola stan, Boy Queen, like best villain ever. Like I'm definitely into Mikola. I'm a Mikola stan, absolutely. Yes, I am. Fuck Mog, fuck him, absolutely. Mikola stan. So yeah. Anyway, I like the name Batty Boy. Hey Glizzy, what's going on? I only use phone games. Okay, fair enough. Hey Noah, what's going on? What other questions do we have, guys? I'm actually not going to be on long because I feel like I got some shit going on Discord that I want to get to. But any more? What other thoughts do we have about Charlie Kirk? How do we feel about this? What's going on? What's going on? How do we feel about Charlie Kirk? And how do we feel about the response? The violence is breaking my heart. I know, Green Tea. It is really sad. It's really tragic. It's terrible. But incels are celebrating. Incels won this one. The incels won this one, y'all. They're at home jacking off, right? They've been jacking off since news broke. They were jacking off when he got shot, and when he actually died, they exploded. I mean, they really have. The incels definitely won tonight. 1 point to the incels, honey. 1 point to the incels. 1 point to the incels, honey. It's okay, Glindsey. I appreciate you. How about you go get your ass a girl? I could get more pussy than you any day of the week. Any day of the week. Because what's so funny is y'all get on here talking about you get into a homo stream and you jump on my dick. I haven't bottomed in 10 years. I'm basically a born again virgin in the gay world. But you sit on my dick in this stream. That's wild to me. That is so crazy to me how people get into gay people's streams and they just want to get all over their dick. You are you are a homo. I mean, come on. Come on. Talking about go get a girl. Girl, you go get a girl. Where's your girl? You dumb cunt. Come on now. The incelery of it all. The incelery of it all is crazy. The incelery is crazy, y'all. Y'all really talking about me. I haven't bottomed in 10 years. I love to bottom, by the way. I know no shade to the bottoms. Bottoms make the world go round. I'll always respect the bottoms of the world. I always respect the bottoms, okay? But y'all really get in my stream talking some bullshit, thinking you know who the fuck I am, and be all on my dick. You bottom ass bitches. You stanky, funky, shit ridden bottom bitches. Get the fuck out of here. Girl. Anyway, couldn't be me. I'm not mad. Not mad at all, Cross. Go get some pussy though. How about that? Oh, bless Michelle Roberts' heart. What does bottoms mean? Girl, you don't want to know what bottoms mean. It's some degenerate bullshit. Don't worry about it, Michelle. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. We don't gotta let's stay focused, y'all. Let's stay focused. Why the suspected man was covering for the shooter? I don't know. I don't know anything about the suspected man. I heard that he was interviewed and then released. Hey, Jonathan. You have every right to be mad or upset. What am I mad or upset about? Um, why do they focus on what you're talking about? They focus about how gay we are. I don't know because they're homos. I don't know. I don't. I have no idea. I have no idea why the people are obsessed with my dick and my ass and everything in between it. I don't know. Child, please let me know when you find out. Some things just disappear after events like this, like the Black Rock video Thomas Crooks was in. There was a school shooting today near us. I love the P and the Batty Boys. I know that's right, Jason Meza. I know that's right. You like the double dip. Hey, Odele Dorado. I got some DR rage and someone gotta take this. Oh, stop. You guys are being nasty now. Um, what's the wildest thing you guys have heard from someone who hates Charlie Kirk? I mean, I see people online right now just trying to desperately. Oh, let's talk about how conservatives are also mad at me right now. Because you guys know that everybody hates me. Everybody hates Cho. Listen, I might be conservative leaning and libertarian, but listen, everybody hates me because this motherfucker right here has principles. And so my friend or my acquaintance, I gotta stop calling people friends on the internet because bitches are flaky as fuck and unloyal. People have no loyalty these days. But I was on Twitter and one of my acquaintances was like, "Oh, this girl laughed about Charlie Kirk dying. Here's her here's her employer." And I was like, not the conservative who's against cancel culture canceling somebody. What? Listen, and this is what you guys have no principles. You guys have no principles. Conservatives have been whining and whining. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, about cancel culture for the last 5+ years. And the minute that you get the opportunity to cancel somebody else, here you are. Like a shark smelling blood, here you are. Can't wait to pounce. Can't wait to pounce. It's sad, it's grim, and it's pathetic. I get it that you guys are emotional about Charlie Kirk dying. I get it. It's terrible. I agree. But I don't believe in canceling people for their opinions. Okay? I just don't believe in that. That's a principle that I have that I'm not changing on, even when it makes me uncomfortable, right? People laughing about Charlie Kirk's death and making up excuses for him dying. It's upsetting to me. It's bothersome. It perturbs me a bit. But I would never go out of my way to then try to cancel them, cancel their life, because that's one step away from just killing them. It just makes you look like a hypocrite. Truly, honestly. And you can disagree with that, and that's okay, because I don't give a fuck. Again, we're here to share opinions and ideas. But all I'm asking you to do is you will sleep better at night when you're consistent with your morals, with your principles, because you will then move differently in the world. You'll start to actually live a virtuous life, a life of virtue, a life where you're satisfied with yourself and who you are at your core. So I implore everyone out there to try to be principled and consistent in said principles. Do you believe in cancel culture or not? It's quite literally a very simple yes or no question. And if the answer is no, I don't believe in it, then why are you engaging in cancel culture? Why are you trying to get someone to lose their job because they put a laugh emoji about Charlie Kirk dying? That is sociopathic and anti-personality disorder adjacent. It is. It just is, guys. It truly is. Sorry if that makes you uncomfortable, but it's the fucking truth. Don't be a cunt. How dare you complain about people being a cunt to you only for you to then be a cunt to them? That's wild. That's wild. It's wild. So anyway, I commented to my friend, I'm not going to say his name, he's a very popular influencer. I said, listen, this is cancel culture. I don't believe in indulging in this. And, he said, you know what, Cho? I've been canceled. I lost my corporate job in America due to cancel culture. I'm mad as hell. She deserves it. And I said, you know what? You're entitled to your opinions. You're entitled to your sentiments. And I understand those sentiments. It's a sentiment of vengeance, right? But here's the problem. Charlie Kirk would not have done what a lot of conservatives are going to try to do the next 24 hours. The next 24 hours, you conservatives are going to be bloodthirsty. You want vengeance. You're emotional. I get it. I totally get it. I understand. I hope I didn't get a super chat. Did I get a super chat? No, I didn't. Okay. Um, so it's like, you conservatives are hypocrites. You guys are fucking hypocrites. You guys are gonna go out and try to cancel everyone who puts a laughing emoji, who puts a funny meme about his death. You guys are gonna be bloodthirsty killers. Literally. And shame on you for doing that. Shame on you for not having the stoicism and the strength and the composure to remain principled human beings. Shame on you. I've already seen it. My comments on my mentions on Twitter are full of MAGA and full of conservatives losing their shit on me. All because I said, all because I said, I don't believe in cancel culture. Again, not a very controversial statement, but you conservative, nasty fucking cunts are too in your fucking feelings to think anything else. All you see now is red and bloodlust. Demonic. Demonic possession. Demonic possession. I don't know. It's crazy to me. Couldn't be me, honey. Couldn't be me. That's all I can say. Couldn't be me. I got 50 notifications right now on Twitter. Right now, I got 50 notifications on Twitter of conservatives cussing me out. Y'all cussing me out because I said I don't believe in cancel culture. Y'all are hypocritical. Y'all are hypocritical. You're a hypocritical cunt. Stop it. Be consistent. Anyway. Hi, Fishing. What's going on? How are you? What's going on? Faith McDonald says, so true. Everyone has to decide that it ends here. We get faceted with these moments, and the outcome is in our hands. Do we throw a punch back or end the back and forth? Faith, so true. Trevor Tate, thank you for the super chat. I read all super chats, by the way, guys. Say what the fuck you want to say. We love freedom of speech here. I have a lot of people in the chat. Normally, I try to read every comment. I can't commit to that tonight, so I apologize for being unable to read all the comments. But Trevor Tate says, I find this one super hard to believe, but somebody on TikTok was trying to say he thinks it was done by the government. I don't know. But what I will say, Trevor, is that this was a professional assassin. Professional assassin. This was not your typical blue-haired, crazy person that wants to chop their dick off. This was not your typical, white incel who can't get no pussy, dork. It wasn't, dork, racist, misogynist. This wasn't that. This was a professional, trained killer. Likely hired. Likely hired. Likely hired. So, I think that's terrifying. It's pretty terrifying. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Charlie Kirk, you can say he's problematic and he's this, he's that, and da da da. But at my core, I believe in freedom of speech, and I really think it's worth protecting. On the topic of Charlie, I don't give a shit what political thoughts are or what he believes, but he had a wife and 2 kids. He was just sharing his takes and his opinions. No one should be killed for First Amendment. I agree. But here we are. I agree. Most shocking is the lack of anyone knowing what the fuck is going on. Well, and the fact that this happened in front of a bunch of students, a bunch of young people, so traumatic. So traumatic that you were at the height of your youth in college and you went somewhere with the intention of broadening your horizons, expanding the way you think about paradigms, belief systems, and our, politics and our world that we live in, society. And this is what happens. It's terrible. It's really, really terrible. It's really, really terrible. Both his kids and his wife were watching. Oh, mm, 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 mm. It's terrible. Terrible. I hate that. I feel so bad. This was a hate crime. How was it a hate crime? That doesn't make any sense. Hate crime, how? Multiple reports say the shooter is already in custody. I haven't heard that. I've not heard about the shooting in Colorado. 3 high schoolers? Oh my God. Terrible. Terrible. What a terrible day. Oh my God. Don't wave check me. Fuck you, Mr. Ripped. Fuck you. I'm not doing very well. As you can see, my wave cap is right here. A motherfucker is like lazy as fuck. Ugh. I have to brush. Stop. Okay. Okay, Mr. Rip, I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna get back on the horse tomorrow. They did put someone in custody, but they released him. It was an old guy. There's no way he could have made the shot. It didn't add up. I know you gotta check. Please keep checking, Mr. Rip. Please keep checking. Please keep checking. Please keep checking. How can America continue to not do something about guns across all states? What do they need to do about guns? What do they need to do about guns? There are some things that we should do about guns that Republicans just refuse to do. I mean, I am a Second Amendment right um, proponent, but there are very simple things that we can do to keep things safer for people. Um, the guns aren't dangerous. It's the people. Well, yeah, obviously, but there are ways to identify the dangerous people, right? But also, I understand the conservative and libertarian thoughts that you mean to tell me you want the government, the evil, disgusting government, to be the ones deciding who gets to carry guns or not? Like, I can understand that. But, like with most things, some things need some sort of regulation, right? I think, for example, you know, not that this has helped, not that this has helped any, but taking driving tests. Like you've got to like go to driving school to get a license when you're younger, right? I think everyone should have to go through driving school to drive a car. When you think about how many people die from car accidents, yeah. In fact, I think people should have to take driving courses every 10 years. Quite frankly, quite frankly, you should retake your course every 10 years. Retake that course. I think the same could be applied to guns. Truly, honestly, I do. But the conservatives,
My guns, my Second Amendment rights.
Okay, girl. Common sense. Common sense. You know, I think that's a common sense reform that is not going to remove anyone's ability to own a gun, taking a course, right? Simple shit like that. Like take a class to get your gun license, have a teacher fail you for your beliefs. Sure, Stanley, sure. It's not just guns. Look at the monster who killed the Ukrainian girl. He used switchblade. I agree. I don't disagree with you. Don't disagree at all. The Oracle owner made 100 billion today in one day. Oh, that's crazy. He shouldn't have been out of prison, but we know that. But yeah. Dreaming, Merc, we know that you fire guns all the time in your spare time. We know that. You're the expert gun shooter. Make mental institutions great again. I agree. We need to lock bitches up. Honestly, truly, honestly, we need to lock bitches up. Hopefully, you guys have subscribed to the channel by now. Have you liked the stream? Subscribe to the channel. We have conversations all the time. We go live Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and eventually we'll go live more days. But for right now, we're easing into things and working out a few kinks. Um, we usually go live and we stay live for 90 minutes. Today, we're going to end the stream a little bit earlier. Um, Honestly, news channels depicts a lot of different incidents so differently from what actually happened, which really splits up the country. It's by design, Frosty. Dreamy Merc has shot a gun but hasn't read postmodern literature. It's intentional, Frosty. It's by design. My thoughts on the death of Charlie, I think it's a big blow to freedom of speech. Huge blow. But I'm hopeful that people's desire to defend freedom of speech will become emboldened. I'm hopeful that that will happen. But I don't know. I don't know. I think it's terrible. I didn't agree with Charlie on a lot of different things, um, but he definitely stood for debate and an exchange of ideas. And one less person championing that is a net negative for society. So that's my opinion on Charlie's apparent assassination. Dreamy Merc, where's your YouTube channel? Why don't you have a YouTube channel? I want to hear you educate the girls. You know a lot. You seem to know a lot. Yeah, and yeah, Lori Wagner, I implore you to get out there and champion free speech for yourself and your political enemies. Not just for yourself, but for your political enemies as well. Because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Really flexing the YouTube degree? My God, what does that mean? You have a YouTube degree? I just said you should get a YouTube channel. It'd be fun to see you interact with people and kind of like um, share your ideas. I just hope that this incident doesn't ruin Utah's reputation. I don't think it will. Heartbreaking. I feel for anyone else that saw that video and remember Charlie's work from their childhood. I'm currently a leftist, but still human. Well, I'm sorry that your heart's breaking. It's terrible. And again, people who actually believe in freedom of speech, they're hurt by this, and as they should, because again, people who believe in freedom of speech, including leftists, this is a blow to them too. Because, like I always say, the pendulum always swings back. The pendulum always swings back, and it clocks you hard. I sound like your conservative hater impression.
I'll stick to modding and engaging. My voice is awful. I sound like your conservative hater impression.
I bet you sound like an angel, Lori Wagner. No, but like I'm just, even in your personal life, not on the internet. Everyone doesn't need to be on the internet. Everyone does not need to be on the internet. But I do think that people need to support freedom of speech everywhere in their life, right? Because it's that important. Because again, right now we're seeing in society that, if you're a conservative, if you are someone who doesn't have mainstream thoughts or ideas about the world, then you're a Nazi. And it's okay to punch Nazis. It's okay to be violent towards Nazis. And if you're labeled as a Nazi, even if you are not a Nazi, you can be shot and killed now, right? And people will celebrate in the streets of twitter.com. It's unfortunate. But what happens when the pendulum swings and it's then conservatives who have now co opted society and now they're abusing freedom of speech or lack thereof or censorship and now they're silencing your liberal ideas? They're now saying you're a communist, which they do this sometimes. You're a communist. You deserve to be punched. You deserve to be shot. I mean, they don't have the social, societal capital to do this right now or influence to do that. But I'm just saying, walk with me here. What if you are now being, I mean, there was a Democrat politician that was just shot and killed recently, I think from Minnesota. Am I, sorry if I'm misspeaking. But there was a Democrat killed, I think somewhere in the Midwest near me. I don't know. But this is something that happens on both sides, right? This political violence is something that's been ramped up a lot by both sides, and it has to end. It has to end. So it's terrible. It's just fucking terrible. I have not seen the raw video. I'm not interested. I'm hurt too, David Portillo Davila. I'm not shocked, but I'm pretty hurt by it. It's terrible. Thank you so much for subbing, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I won't be watching the video. I won't be watching it. Not interested. There's no value there for me. You know what's interesting though? A lot of people were radicalized by this. See, and that's something I think that the elites love about these types of incidents is the radicalization of people. I was radicalized by COVID. I've talked about this several times, guys, but I was definitely radicalized by COVID in the near death of a family member that I was given the privilege by God and a nurse. God was in that nurse when she allowed me to come save my grandmother at the time. Um, I was radicalized by that moment. I'll never, ever, ever forgive the authoritarian Democrats of COVID. I'll never. The destruction that I saw firsthand through my business associates, people losing their livelihoods. I'll never forget changing definitions of, you know, anti-vaxxer. I'll never forget being canceled, being shunned socially. All for things that I said that were true. I'll never forgive them. Knowing that I had the opportunity to save my loved one, and so many other people had to let their loved ones die alone in a hospital, that hurts me to my core. And it should be a happy thing that like I had the opportunity to save my loved one. The nurse almost got fired for letting me stay for 8 hours in the hospital. She almost got fired by her boss. You know how sick that is? You know how sick you have to be to fire a nurse for allowing someone to literally save their loved one? Don't even get me started, y'all. Don't even... Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Um, a lot of people were radicalized by today's assassination. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because a lot of good people have now crossed over to the dark side. I feel it. I feel it. So, anyway, there's that. Um, are they gonna have to kill off Cartman too, since he's doing the Charlie Kirk shtick in this season? Probably, probably. They're gonna take a gun to his head too at this point, darling. What do you think is gonna happen tomorrow? I think there's gonna be lots of fighting on Twitter, lots of politicalization of this incident, lots of radicalization of people, individuals. That's gonna happen. Tomorrow's gonna be worse than today. Tomorrow will be worse than today because you're gonna see people for who they are in these incidents. People will people will remove the mask and you'll see people for who they are, and some of them may be your friends, some may be your family, and that's going to be horrifying. I've already seen enough. um anyway, guys, it has been 90 minutes, well, 88 minutes, which is what I typically do anyway. You guys kept me longer than I wanted to. I wanted to be here for 60 minutes. I'm here 90 minutes. My benevolence knows no bounds. For everyone that was new here, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your thoughts, sharing your love, sharing your hate. You know me, I don't care which one you give me. Just give me something. Just give me something, bitch. I don't care whether you hate me, whether you love me. Give me something to chew on. Give me something to chew on. Okay, I'm hungry. But thank you guys so much for tonight's really exciting live stream. Thank you for the super chats, guys. This is what I love to see. I mean, I love money. I mean, listen, I do love money, don't get me wrong. But getting the super chats, getting the comments, getting the likes, it helps me to feel comfortable knowing that what I'm doing is offering value. And I just hope that you guys are actually getting some sort of value from these streams. Um, so thank you for that. Thank you so much. And for those that can't get super chats, you can do something even better. Share the live stream, like the live stream, leave a comment after I have ended the stream. Leaving comments afterwards is also really important. It really helps the video to be pushed into the algorithm. So even leaving comments afterwards, or like how you enjoyed the stream, is really, really helpful. Shout out to Dreamy Merc. He's always my foil. He's always coming in here, coming from my fucking neck. He's always coming for me, and I love it. We love all perspectives here, and we appreciate you. Even the haters, we love haters. Even haters being here is helpful too. Even if you don't do any of those things, just chatting in the live stream and bitching at me, it helps me to grow. It helps me to make more money. It helps the engagement. It helps me in the algorithm. So like, thank you to everyone, haters included, for supporting my content by engaging and being here. So I really, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Definitely join the Discord. I feel like I'm going to clean up some shit in the Discord channel because I got way too many notifications on my Discord. I feel like some shit is going down. Y'all really don't know how to act. Like, I leave for 2 minutes and y'all want to fight like cats and dogs. It's like, what is going on? Like, come on now. So, but if you want to join the fight and the chaos and whatnot, we have fun too. We only fight occasionally. But join the Discord channel. It is the link is pinned in the comment below if you're on mobile, above if you're on PC. And we will be back Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, okay? Thank you. Shout out to Stanley. Shout out to Lori Wagner. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Magic Johnson. Oh, good comment. Feverish hate and ferocious love will only divide us further. Focus on the mission of bettering this world. Yeah. You're okay, Fishing. You don't have to ever apologize to me, Fishing. Focus on your priorities. Your schooling is your priority, right? Your schooling is your priority. Who the fuck am I? I'll be here. Hang out with me when you can, okay? And yeah, love you guys. Talk to you soon. See you Friday. I'll probably be on Twitter the next 72 hours fighting with cunts for the next 72 hours. So catch me on Twitter fighting with the cunts. Bye.